we have to talk about Love is Blind star Casey, who unfortunately has been the victim of some very, very serious DEATH threats. Okay, we're going to call them D threats. And I'm hoping that Netflix and the Love is Blind producers at Kinetic Content are taking this seriously and doing everything they can to protect her, because this is truly unhinged. So she had to go on her Instagram and beg people for mercy. She says, listen, I understand I've made mistakes during my time on Love is Blind. However, there is far more to the heavily edited story than what is being aired, and I hope I can share my side soon. In the meantime, please leave my friends and family out of this negativity, as they did not choose to be in this experiment. I did, and please stop with the D threats. My cat Chardonnay needs a mom. Isn't that so sad? And I think it's because she was not physically attracted to her fiance, right? Like, and it's so crazy how they always do this on the show. Like, these people, they go, oh my God, I'm so in love with this person. I don't care what they look like. I just want to be with them. I want to marry them. I want to have their babies, all that stuff. But then they see these people, they go, well, maybe I was exaggerating. I don't want to be with you anymore, sort of a thing, right? And that's kind of what happened in her situation. And people are truly, truly unhappy about it. And I do think that there might be a little bit of a racial aspect there as well, because her fiance was of Asian descent. And unfortunately, historically, Asian men do have a harder time dating in the United States. And so I think that there's a certain level of hurt and rejection that certain people feel or projected onto him based off of their own shared background with him and whatnot, that is contributing to this very, very kind of like extreme reaction that she is receiving. And so I really do feel for her. Listen, at the end of the day, you like what you like, you don't what you don't. You can think you're open-minded, but that doesn't mean that you're willing to be with like just, anybody, unfortunately, right? Sometimes just something about a person, whether it's just the way that they're, I don't know, they smile, the way they laugh, the way they walk, the way they, write, something like can just be just so off for you. And it's something that you cannot get past. And, you do see that play out in real time. And I always hate when that happens to these people, because, people act like they're not allowed to change their minds and feel that way. And it's really, really unfair, because we all go through that, right? In our dating journeys. Baby lotion, bats of plug. Ooh, I like that. Soap and toys. That's a really good idea as well. But it's true. The Portia, no, she's not dating Candy. She's dating a stud. She found herself a stud. I forgot what this girl's name is, but they were spotted together at an event. And I think it was filmed for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because I did see Angela there in the interaction, and another housewife as well. And amen, FBI. I got to be careful with these loud toys, y'all. Ronnie says, Ashley, where did you find that? And look, Ashley gave you the info. She says, go to your YouTube channel, go to settings, manage history. Then top says interactions. Go there and it shows when you've subbed to everyone. I love that. Listen, even I don't know that information. So I'm excited to go and check that out as well. Shem says, this girl did some next level manipulation, child. She knew she wasn't attracted, but kept hugging and jumping up on him and kissing. Maybe she was trying to like convince herself, right? She's like, oh, like, I'm not physically attracted to him, but like maybe if I just keep like forcing it, it'll happen. Like, I don't know. Shem also said she was supposed to be honest with him. You have to see the interaction to understand the outrage. People shouldn't harass her though if they are doing that. And I really need to catch up. You know what I watched last night, y'all, at like 11:30? Love is Blind France, the reunion. If you guys ever wondered what dating in Paris is like, or dating French men in general is like, watch Love is Blind France. There's this guy who was just so like, oh, I want to be married. Like, my dream is to be a husband, a father. I want to be with you. Like, he was so patient with this girl. Like, she fell for him slowly, and she had to work past a lot of things because he was not her initial type. And I said, girl, never force yourself to go for a man who's not your initial type. And don't tell him he's not your freaking type, because guess what? He's going to play the long game with you, wait for you to fall for him, and then snub you, for his own ego. And that's exactly what happened, right? So they get married, and she moves into his apartment, which is what they had agreed upon. And literally 30 days later, he goes, I don't want to be with you anymore, actually. I think you should leave. I left my nice apartment to come live with my husband. And you're telling, like, he's like, this is all happening so fast. And then the other guy who got married too, only two couples got married. The other one, same thing, right? Well, actually, like, I don't know. It feels like it was kind of fast getting married. You signed up for Love is Blind. Like, they're so like, they'll change on a whim. Like, oh God, listen. Dating Frenchmen is not for the faint of heart. And so if you really want to have a good idea of what that's like, watch Love is Blind France. It's crazy. Mary says the girls are always so pretty. And I agree, on every single season, on every single city, country, the girls are always that way. And I feel like in general, it's typically that way anyway, right? And I think it's because there's so many things that women can do to be beautiful, you know, or that we put in more effort typically. I don't know if it's just like we prefer to, it's something we enjoy doing, or society just expects us to. There's so much pressure, right? So maybe that's it, right? And I agree, Mary. People should it's just TV. It's just TV, guys. You know, like don't take things too seriously. I'm sorry, Shem. Listen, I'm gonna go back and catch up on it. I think I'm only 2 episodes deep, so I do have to watch and see how it actually goes. But I'm trying to play devil's avocado. She might have been trying to like go, okay, well, I'm a tactile person. If I try, maybe I'll get there. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong. So I'm going to have to watch it, and I'll come back to you and let you know what I think about the evolution of that relationship, okay? Mary Judith says, look, villains on reality shows are fun. You need to enjoy, watch, judge, and then don't think of this people until the next episode drops. Period. And I completely agree. I think a lot of people just, I don't know, maybe they don't have other things going on in life or something like that, but they take these things far too seriously and just too far in general. And it's a very scary thing. Listen, we all love reality TV so much. Stop scaring these people, or we're no longer going to get these shows because no one will want to participate, right? To go through so much suffering and harassment. Anyway, you guys, listen. That does it for another episode of the Morning Report. I'm so happy that I got to chat with you guys yet again. You know what I'm going to be watching tonight? I'm actually really excited because I have to go get some dinner to prepare before we go to the movies. That Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor movie. Yeah, I'm going to be watching that tonight. So I'm really, really excited about that. Finally. And I'll let y'all know what I thought about it tomorrow. I hope some of you guys have watched it as well so that we could be able to kind of chat about it. Okay. So take care, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk more about the day's hottest stories. Bye, guys.